Hey everybody, one of Weezum here. Very exciting things going on. We just took Fling through his base upgrades. I have a feeling I will like portions of Carpet Captain, particularly shock treatment, although I don't know. Anytime there's like that after effect, you have the question of is it 5 to 8, 10 to 15, somewhere in mid-range between there. Is it like significant, 30 to 45 or greater? That being an unknown, and the difficulty in controlling the base upgrade, which was Mad Dash, I'm kind of inclined to explore this path first, because I think that the sure thing I will like is Disc Jockey, so that's what I'm going to run with. Fling Kong, someone I will probably pick up a second figure of, because he is pretty dadgum cool, but we're going to come in here.
Ready for another?
And like I said, that was my logic here. I feel like I will definitively like a Disc Jockey, and I feel like there's some questions on Carpet Captain, but if they are answered, and depending on the attack damage numbers, I think this could turn out to be a really nice path as well. And they're so different, that's why you would want the two figures. But anyway, we're going to take Carpet Captain and improve our Magic Carpet Dash attacks. Alright, so what was that all about? Well, it was a pointless cutscene, but now we're going to get the good stuff going here. So, first up is Smash and Dash. Hitting an enemy with a Magic Carpet Dash makes the dash last longer. Price is $10.54. We'll go ahead and pick that up. And this was not Mad Dash, this was just Magic Carpet Dash, which is our tap. Oh, and it increased the damage. That would have been something nice they could have said. Not that it would have swayed my opinions or anything, but they leave out a lot of information I found in the description. So half of 84 is 42. 84 and 42 would be 126. So, yeah, that would have been great to know ahead of time, wouldn't it? Let me come down here to Carpet Dash. Smash and Dash, 84 to 126. Continue after hitting enemy. Now we also have to check and see if Mad Dash increased or not. It was doing 180 to 270. Let's go ahead and check that out. There's our magic icon. 252. So of course it did. Oh, of course it did. 252 to 378. Well, wouldn't this have been something worth knowing?
Press the tag button to play as your captured enemy.
I mean, that it's great that happens, but it's just frustrating that they didn't tell me that the damage increases. Because it specifically said the strategy guide right here. Hitting an enemy with a Magic Carpet Dash makes the dash last longer. They say nothing of the increased damage numbers, and that was something that I did, in fact, weigh into my decision. He's putting out incredible damage numbers just from Smash and Dash, so... the good news is most of you do not have Fling Kong, and that means you can see this video and avoid making the mistake I just made. Now that said, we don't know how the path will pan out, but that is significant information to just not... I'd understand the game not saying it, but for the strategy guide to not say also increases damage. It's a little bit perplexing, really. That said, we got double whammy, that's fitting. Throw a power disc towards the end of a Magic Carpet Dash for a double disc combo. I was excited to see what this would do in terms of damage output and just the aesthetics of it. Said that towards the end of the base upgrade. So, and it said Magic Carpet Dash, not Mad Dash. So I'm gonna come in here and we will just. If Quigley wasn't in my way, he's like right where I need to be. All right, here we go. Wow. So we did get that off. 144, I don't know if we're just hitting... It looks like both of them are honing in, but there's only one instance of damage. I mean, clearly the two discs look like they V off and then collide together. So I'm going to log that as... Oops. I didn't want to check that there. So I believe it'll be 144 to 216. Yeah, alright, so that's impressive as well. 144 to 216, and then off of the Mad Dash it will be the same damage numbers. So basically what that's doing, 72 doubled is 144, so it's doubling the damage, which I guess, in theory, if you combine the two discs, you know, that would make perfect sense. So 144 to 216, that's very salty. Now this is what I was the most interested in, and for me it's what I thought would make or break the path. Depending, you know, now in retrospect, since Smash and Dash does significantly extra damage, that's a bit disturbing, but this could be huge. Now, will this be a little 5 to 8 deal? Will it be 10 to 15, 30 to 45, something higher? I don't know, but it's going to be very significant. Shock treatment's what it's called. Leave a trail of electricity after a magic carpet dash that damages enemies. Cost 1860. We're going to pick this up. And this right here, really, Smash and Dash is great, Double Whammy is great. This will kind of be what says, okay, I'm going to take this path, or okay, I'll stick with Disc Jockey. Which, granted, we haven't seen yet, but I'm assuming it's a good path. So, here we go. Leave a trail of electricity after Magic Carpet Dash. Let's tease it first. Let's dash. It looks promising. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3. I'd say about 2 to 3 seconds there. So we need to have someone in our wake. So 33. That's significant. Half of 33 would be 16 and a half, which they don't care about. So it's 49 like we saw there. So shock treatment, 33 to 49, 2x. Again, that might change depending on what position the enemies are in and how many enemies there are. But that's what we're looking at. And overall, Carpet Captain is pretty good. It's slightly better than I thought it would be. In part because I was unaware Smash and Dash increased the damage numbers. I thought that attack damage number was going to stay stationary, and then that would just extend it, which would in effect make it, you know, like a continual train. But Double Whammy is good, and then shock treatment, very high numbers there. It's not the 5 to 8, which some of you probably fear it would be. So now the question is, when we do the Mad Dash, which is holding down our secondary attack, will shock treatment last longer? Let's find out. No, it does not. So same thing, Mad Dash or Standard Dash.
Ready for another magical upgrade?
Alright. Final thing is our soul gem, of course, Make It Rain. Hold B even longer and then release to fly up into the air, unleashing a rain of power discs from above. Now this is another thing I did kind of factor in. The power discs get upgraded down Disc Jockey, so my secret hope is that they do more damage in the soul gem form than it would have here with Carpet Captain. Will that pan out? I don't know, but we're going to investigate it. So that said, 2480, we're going to pick that up. And with that, Fling Kong, ladies and gentlemen, is fully upgraded. This could possibly be the first Fling Kong fully upgraded by hands outside of Scalperdom and Activision headquarters. So exciting things here. That said, we've got to hold it down, and we're going to see how long we have to hold it down. So it's roughly 2 to 3 seconds, give or take a little bit, on the Mad Dash to initiate that. Now we're going to see how long we have to go past that. 5 seconds is going to be our sweet spot. Let's see what it does. Oh, wow. Oh, that was sweet. Okay, so 5-second charge time, which really isn't that bad in my opinion, especially for that damage output. 80 to 120. How many times? That's a great question. It looks like there was also a slam damage. Let's see. Boom, that pink right there is what you need.
Press the tag button to play
I
as
think
your captured
15 I'm going to run with.
Then press
I'm
the
going to
tag
put
button
roughly
again to return to playing as your
15x,
Skylander.
and then I think there is a final slam here. So that's all I'm going to pay attention to, is the final slam. So I think the final slam is going to be 160 to 240. And by what I mean by that is that's where Fling Kong comes in and just like lands with the carpet. So that's really not a bad deal. Now you cannot move while you're doing it. I guess the big question is, when you're charging the Mad Dash up, do enemies take damage? And note that there is no shock treatments from this. Like if I release now, we've got the shock treatment here. But when we go to the 5-second mark, which is Soul Gem territory, no lightning trail now, and then when he slams down, we also don't have it. So it's cool that they added the slam though. Now, what I want to do is actually head in here to Chapter 2 real quick, just because I feel like I want to know this before I reset him and take Disc Jockey. I have no issues with this path. There's a few things that could have made it better, but I mean overall it's great, especially if you're a fan of the carpet, you know, the dash attack type stuff. Generally I do prefer dash attacks, but it's kind of rare to have someone with a dash attack and a really good ranged projectile too. So, alright, what we want to do, I want to see if when we charge up either Mad Dash or the Soul Gem Make It Rain, do we do damage to enemies. So we're going to try to investigate that. So I'm just going to stay like this. Okay, they damage us and we do no damage to them. Now let's destroy these things. Oh, that was great. That was so great. Okay, so fantastic times there. Yeah, I could switch to a Trap Master, but let's be honest, Fling Kong's cool enough. He should be able to break that stuff, right? We're going to head up here to the next enemy section just because I want to check something else. And what is that I want to check, you ask? I just kind of want to see how long we can chain dashes together. And then, of course, the impact on villains, or I guess enemies, I should say. Villains makes you think like boss battle, you know, trappable, so I need to be more cautious with that term, I guess. But you get to see a little gameplay here of fully upgraded Fling Kong, so consider it a bonus treat for the day. Alright, so what I'm going to do is see how well we can train these things together.
Are stronger in this zone.
That's pretty beastly. Yeah, the lightning actually got him. So, but 84 to 126, and I think the way it looked like it was panning out, it seems just basically as soon as I make contact with an enemy, it looks like he just kind of starts the dash over again or something. So, did that? Wow. That's crazy. Okay, so I'd really like to have another enemy down here. Okay, so here they all come. Lob Goblin, I wish you would just wait your turn. I need these other trolls here. Let's see if we can chain through these dudes. I'm not really feeling that. Let's go ahead. Well, I mean, it makes very quick work of the enemies, though. And you've got the speed aspect on your side. So I think that's about all we need to see there. And that is Fling Kong. Again, my most anticipated Skylander. I think this is actually a really nice path. Now that you see it in-game, you might not have been like, well, I was hoping we had like huge numbers, and you might be disappointed. Once you see it work, you kind of get to appreciate it and be like, oh, so I could do this, this, and this in the game and set this up. And I didn't even use the primary or the tertiary attack. So basically, I would soften enemies up, then if they reach a point where they're not dead yet from the power discs, you can come in, you can dash with the carpet, spin around. If you start to get to a low health point, or perhaps, you know, you're getting low and there's some food back behind you or something, you can retreat. When you retreat, you can obviously A, have the speed boost, 2, you're going to leave the lightning trail behind, 3, you can then either A, use your primary attack from a distance while you attempt to scour the area for food or just get cheap kills for XP and level up health-wise, or if you get far enough away, which you could potentially do with this path, then you could execute the Soul Gem, and it's very useful little Soul Gem, I have to say. So, Carpet Captain, great path in my opinion. How does it stack up with Disc Jockey? That, my friends, is the question. It is the mystery. It's something I've got to investigate right now. So that's what I'm going to do. Heartbreakingly, I've got to reset this little dude. He's the only Fling Kong I've got. As far as I know, he's not available in stores yet. So, gonna reset him, and then we're gonna take Disc Jockey, see how they stack up, and we will take it from there. So, again, take the links at the top of the video description box, my site, oneofweezem.com, or the Skylander Club forum. You will see his base upgrades. You will see Carpet Captain. You will see Disc Jockey that we're about to take, and then of course you will have my attack damage number spreadsheet. And eventually, probably later tonight, I will get my complete analysis typed up for you. So stay tuned for that. As always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, leave a comment. Your support is appreciated. Make sure you're subscribed. If you have friends in the Skylanders, tell them about the channel. Encourage them to do the same thing. And lastly, I invite you to join me on the Skylander Club forum at skylanderclub.com. Head that direction. If you like what you see, sign up. We would love to have you. That said, for myself and Fling Kong, thanks so much for watching, and I will be right back after I reset him and purchase his base upgrades again, and we're going to take a look at Disc Jockey. So we will be spinning those tunes.